Hello everybody, Raven Knight here, and I have got a very special video in store for you today. Today we are going to be summarizing the Warriors Den released today on October 13th about the coming of the title update for Honor Season 3 of Year 6, which is all about the web of the Jorogumo. And we will be talking about all about what's coming in that event, as well as a few other things that they announced about this new title update. But before we do, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you to everyone who watched the stream with me. It was a pleasure to sit there and watch it with you guys. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Some of you were new to my channel from Slanderous's channel. If you're brand new to my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I'm looking forward to getting some more subscribers. Please leave a comment down below if you enjoy. Let me know. I want to read your comments. Leave a like, and I want to thank all of you who donated to me in Super Chat. You have no idea how much that means to me. If you want to support me even more, you can always, like I said, subscribe, or you can join the Discord. You can purchase merchandise from the Teespring store, or you can become a patron over at Patreon. All of which are linked in the description. With all that out of the way, let's get into the video. So the first thing that everybody wants to talk about is obviously crossplays. Now, what is crossplay? Like, y'all are probably wondering, what is that? Like, you probably aren't sure. Okay, so crossplay is the ability for you to play a game multiplayer across any platform or console. So PC players could play with PlayStation players and Xbox players, no problem. This was never a vision of For Honor until quite recently, but in Year 6 they are now doing that. And for the past half a year, for the past 2 seasons, we've been experimenting with that, where we've been able to play with people from other platforms. We just can't invite them. We can't join them in parties. So I could play a match with a bunch of PC or Xbox players, even though I'm PlayStation, and that would be cool, but I couldn't invite them. But now, effective October 20th, when the title update launches, we will be able to invite anyone to our party and play with them, regardless of what platform or console they are on. This is something we've been waiting for and dreaming of for a very long time. Very excited to see this coming. I look forward to it because it means a lot for me in terms of my channel and in terms of my playing. I'll be able to play with more of my fans who don't have PlayStation. I'll be able to play with other content creators who only use PC or Xbox. I'll be able to do crossovers more often, maybe some more good content. Like, it'll be a really big boost for me and a really awesome time for all of you guys, because I know all of y'all are really, really looking forward to that. I am too. It's going to be great. But that's coming out on October 20th. Look forward to that. It's going to be cool. All right, so let's talk about the web of the Jorogumo event mode. So first of all, what is a Jorogumo? I will be releasing a video later this week, possibly this weekend, all about Jorogumo and Japanese mythology and what they basically are. But I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. A Jorogumo is basically a yokai that is part woman, part spider. The idea is that when a golden orb weaver spider, which is a kind of spider that the Japanese call the Yoro spider, when it grows to be 400 years old, it will gain supernatural powers and be able to take the form of a beautiful woman to lure men into her clutches. And it turns out that this Jorogumo, in particular in For Honor, is the mother of all yokai, a deeply powerful and evil yokai who has escaped her tomb and is now wreaking havoc in Market Town, where she's taken control and consuming all the people in Market Town, wrapping them up in her webs. She has her minions running around doing her bidding, and very few people are even capable of confronting her, let alone stopping her. This leads us to the new elite skin coming out, the new hero skin coming out for Kensei. There is one warrior named Meiko. She has found the Momono dagger, the dagger said to be able to kill yokai, and she wants to use it because the Jorogumo has taken her brother, possibly beguiled him into her clutches like most Jorogumo are prone to do, and she wants to save him from the Jorogumo. But that means powering up the dagger, and that means killing yokai with it. The problem is, when you kill yokai with the dagger, it takes that yokai's essence and seeps it into yourself. So over time, she has slowly become more and more corrupted by the yokai essence being seeped into her, so now she has become part human, part yokai, what's called a honyo, which is a half yokai or half spirit. And so she's very slowly becoming the very demon she's been trying to kill. And as she says, if this is the price that I must pay, then my soul is currency. Cool line, by the way, and very cool lore. I really like the lore behind the skin, and let me go ahead and say this for the record. The skin is probably my favorite out of all the hero skins we've gotten so far. It is baller. It looks phenomenal. It fits. The lore behind it is exceptional. It is definitely a step up. I apologize to all you Viking lovers out there. I know that y'all kind of got shafted with the one last season. But for all of you out there who love the samurai, I know you're in love with this. This is a really, really cool addition. It just looks epic. So her goal now is to go and defeat the Jorogumo and save her brother. And that goes into the game mode. So what is the game mode? Web of the Jorogumo is a PvE game mode, so PvAI essentially, and it's also single pick, so that means no repeat heroes. The idea is this. It's a lot like Emperor's Escape. Meiko is your VIP. You don't play as her, you protect her. She's going to be making her way through the marketplace, through the market town in the mire, with you along with her through this very spooky, scary territory. You're going to go into different zones and try to fight for those zones, where there's going to be a small boss that you have to beat in each zone. Each boss gets tougher each zone you go to. You've got to help her defeat those bosses and protect her. Now, the idea is that if she dies or any of your teammate dies throughout this, you lose. You want to work your way through Market Town and eventually make it to the Jorogumo herself and then fight her and defeat her. Now, the Jorogumo itself, guys, let me be very clear, okay? I want to give a huge prop to my friend Jay, my artist friend, who drew an absolutely gorgeous Jorogumo image. I almost think they took influence from his image to design her because, dang, man, it looks so good. It looks very, very well made. And when they went into, in the stream, how they mocapped and used animation on her to make her move like a spider, my mind was blown. They put so much into the design and movement and style of this creature. I was thinking, this hits it out of the park. This is so absolutely phenomenal. I loved everything about it. I was blown away by the sight. I'm not arachnophobic by any means, but the way it moved, I think some arachnophobes will have a hard time facing her. There is an element of fear to her character, an element of awe. She is just as beautiful as she is terrifying, which is everything you want a Jorogumo to be. This was phenomenal. The map looks great, the designs look great, the hero skin looks great, and the Jorogumo, the big boss lady, looks great. They just really hit it out of the park. I'm so impressed. I cannot wait to go in there and play it. And especially since we're doing cross-platform now, I can invite a lot of people to come and join me to do it. It's going to be fun. I'll need to get Lark in there with me. That'll be a lot of fun to play. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you think about this new event mode and all the effort they put into this. Guys, you know, it's really funny. I talked to some other friends of mine who play Rainbow Six Siege, not For Honor, and they were telling me that they were real happy that the Halloween event for Rainbow Six Siege has come back called Doctor's Curse, but they were disappointed because they felt like, you know, haven't they done this the last 2 years before? Haven't they just been repeating this and only adding new cosmetics each time? And I said, yeah. I said, yeah. It is kind of sad that they just keep repeating this over and over again. And I know that this is technically a repeat of Emperor's Escape, but I feel like this is just so unique in its own way. When I was watching it, I wasn't thinking of Emperor's Escape. I was thinking of this game mode. It blows my mind just all the stuff that For Honor can do when they really put passion into it, and I feel the passion in this game mode. They really hit it out of the park. Bravo, Ubisoft. Bravo, For Honor. I come down on you when you get it wrong, but I gotta praise you when you get it right. This was perfect. All right, so other than the event game mode, which I've gushed over, what else is coming? Well, you'll get a brand new ornament just for participating in the game mode, and if you win a game mode, you may get a unique ornament, which looks like a spider demon ornament on yourself, which will be really cool. There's a limited time event battle pass, which gives you some Kappa battle outfit, a Kappa effect, and stuff like that. It'll be really neat. There's also some stuff to purchase in a bundle. 2 executions, which have to do with the Jormungandr, an effect, which involves demon eyes glaring at other people, as well as an illustrious outfit, which gives you the facial look of the Jorogumo, which, again, looks eerily similar to what Jay drew. For Honor, y'all stealing Jay's artwork? Y'all need to pay him for that. Or at least pay me so I can give it to him. Come on, he worked hard on that. Give some love to my boy Jay. But regardless, they all look amazing, and they can all be purchased individually for your heroes, or purchase all as one big bundle for one hero for 50k steel. So definitely consider getting that. I know I'm going to be getting some of that. It's going to be hard not to because it looks so good. So much of it looks phenomenal. I'll probably, if I'm being honest, I'll probably get some of it for Hitakiri because I think it just fits her so well. But regardless of that, all of it looked phenomenal. I love the way it came out. Guys, they really knocked it out of the park. I know I've said that before, but still, really, really cool. Okay, so with all that out of the way, let's talk about the other states of the game, like what else is coming to the game that's important. So first of all, let's talk about the testing grounds. There's going to be a testing grounds coming up in November, and in this testing grounds, they're really only fixing dodge attacks and dodge capability. Basically what they're doing is they're making it in this testing grounds that if you perform a dodge heavy and you get parried, it is treated exactly the same as a light parry. In other words, if you get parried doing a dodge heavy, you will eat a heavy in return. Now, you might be thinking, wait, why would they do that? I get it. I understand your confusion, but I get it as well. I get why they did it. Because there are so many characters who you can just spam dodge heavies over and over and over again and really not worry about consequences. It is a low risk, high reward move. With Kensei, with Griffin, with a lot of these characters who can just do dodge heavies all day without any fear of consequences, this is something that will actually make them think twice. You can't just keep going dodge heavy, and expect to just go, oh, well, I just got a light, that's fine, and then move on. That's low brain. They want to reward high skill players, so people who actually think and plan outside of just dodge heavy. They also made it so that dodge bash users, if they miss, cannot chain right away, and they will be exposed to a free guard break. So that means that people like Conqueror or Shinobi or Shugoki, all of whom use dodge bashes, have to be careful when they use it, because if I read you doing it and I dodge out of the way and I catch you with a guard break, you're eating it. You know, that's what it means. So I also think that's a unique idea. Some other stuff that they've changed is that when you dodge now in this testing ground, your guard goes away. So that means that it used to be like with Black Prior is a good example. Black Prior, he would dodge and hold his shield in the direction that he dodged quite often. So that meant that if you attacked in the direction of his shield, he would still block your attack while dodging, which means that there was no risk in like an undodgeable attack. Now they've removed the dodge, much like what an assassin has to deal with, so you can't guard. I think that's a unique idea. They've also made it so that if you're pushed into a corner by the enemy, and they attack you, you can still back dodge even if your back is to the wall. That way you won't always be entirely pressured. You can still dodge and move and maneuver. So I think that's a good idea too. It's all very unique ideas. Now I see the positives as well as the negatives of this idea. I also think it will divide the fan base a little. Some people are going to be very mad because, you know, they're going to say, no, I don't want to be punished so much for doing a heavy. No, I don't want to be punished so much for just trying to be a dodge main. No, like, I get that, but I also see the benefit to it. It's going to force people to think more creatively and actually use more of the toolkit of a character than just dodge heavy, especially against characters like Conqueror or Shugoki, who will just spam their dodge bash again and again and again. I remember seeing a video on YouTube where a guy said, I went around with Shugoki only using headbutts. I'm like, no, something needs to be done about that, you know? Like, so I see the appeal of that. They didn't say that the Valkyrie and Tiandi reworks were coming live yet. They might be waiting for next season to do that, but we're still waiting on that, so no new information there. Also, they are adding some new patch updates. Now, I'm not as familiar with how balancing works. That's not my forte. That's more of the realm of Havoc or Marco Yolo or Freeze. They're much better at that kind of thing than I am. But I can tell you what I saw so that you can sort of formulate your own opinions. With Kensei, they're making some of their attacks faster, but nerfing the damage just a little to some attacks so that they can't wallop you as hard. So it's kind of a balancing update to Kensei. Zhongjun got an update where they nerfed some of his damage output so that he wasn't an absolute monster to fight anymore. Shinobi got a nerf so that their Sickle Rain added more revenge, so that it used to be that when they did Sickle Range, it didn't do much in terms of revenge, but now it does far more revenge damage. And their Shadow Strike no longer can chain, so that helps. And then Sanhu got a slight revamp so that they're a little bit more viable now, a little bit more useful. So all in all, that's the major updates they made. Other than that, small quality of life updates in terms of just speed of recoveries and the like, which are stuff I'm not very good at remembering or good at explaining or understanding. So if you want more information on that, I'm sure Havoc, Freeze, or Marco Yolo will be able to talk to you more about that in greater detail. So guys, I really want to say that this looks epic. I'm very excited for what's coming. October 20th is only a week away, but I can't wait. It is so exceptionally awesome what they're doing. It's really weird how at this time last year, people were talking about how dead the game was. Talking about, oh man, game's dead. We just can't stand it anymore. This game's so awful. They don't care. The developers don't care. But look at what they've done to it. Look at what they've fixed. Look at what they've added. I'm very, very impressed. It's not always easy being the voice of optimism. It's not always easy trying to stay positive about this game. Because granted, there are times where the game does make some boneheaded decisions. There are times where I look at the game and I go, man, this is just not going to work. I do not like this. I do not like this. But then there are times where they make really, really good decisions like now, and I am just very, very excited. Like, for example, they've announced that Pirate will no longer be able to soft feint out of their dodge forward, unblockable, hyper armor heavy. Now, that's a good move in my opinion. That's a very good move. So I can be happy about that and talk about that in a very positive light. But then there are times I make a very negative decision, and I have to look at that and say, now why'd you do that? But I still try to maintain that positive attitude, and it's not always easy. But with this Warriors Den, with this update, I'm very, very pleased. I'm very excited for what's coming. It deals into Japanese lore and mythology, which is something that I'm very good at and it's something that I very much love. So that makes it easy for me to like it. But just the cosmetics, the changes, the balancing updates, the patches, the unique testing ground idea, which I think is a brilliant idea. They've also announced officially that Jormungandr and Nusha are both getting reworks. And when I say reworks, particularly in the case of Jormungandr, it's not just like a minor tweak here and there. They're going back to mocap. He's going to get whole new movesets, guys. It's going to be like getting a whole new hero. So everyone who was waiting for Jormungandr to get a change, guys, it's coming. Next season. It's going to be awesome. I'm very much looking forward to that. As well as the new hero coming next season, whoever that is. So lots of stuff to look forward to. As for what you can enjoy right now, while we wait on October 20th to come along, it is Tiandi's Hero Fest. Tiandi's Hero Fest, where he gets a brand new execution. I like the execution. It's fast. It's pretty cool. And I will talk about it at the end of the season when I look at all the Hero Fest executions, right? Of course, of course. So look forward to that. There's also a new arcade event, but I don't play arcade that much. I think it's Vortigern's Path or something like that. Whatever the case, I'm sure that you guys who play arcade will enjoy it. In any event, I am very, very excited for what's coming. It looks like it's going to be a very cool event. Looks like it's going to be a unique title update. So to recap everything, Web of the Jorogumo is coming. I will be releasing a video on Jorogumo so that y'all know more about that, but enjoy the event when it comes. The crossplay is finally coming to For Honor, and everyone can enjoy that. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to play with you guys on the battlefield. It'll be great. Brand new cosmetics and armor variations coming, which I think are going to look phenomenal and are going to be really cool to get. Can't wait to grind for them. Going to be epic. Some new patch notes, which are going to help the quality of the game a great deal, and a new testing ground coming, which I think will come with a very unique take on how to fix dodging and dodge attacks in general. Y'all, I'm so impressed. I still love For Honor. I still love what it's doing, and it makes me so happy to be able to say this. I am astounded by the awesome takes that they're having with this game. I am blown away. This looks beautiful. All right, well, I think that about covers everything. I cannot wait to see you guys on the battlefield, and I cannot wait for October 20th. Don't forget, guys, leave a comment down below. I always read the comments. Don't forget to like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I will leave a link to my Discord, Teespring, and Patreon page, all in the description if you want to support me and help me continue to make these awesome videos. Other than that, guys, thank you so much. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Take care.
恐怖に縛られ地獄に取りつかれ悪魔の住処となった逃げ場のない村猛者どもは集う不可能をなすために悪夢を闇へ葬るために妖魔が現れ死がはびこる時宇宙より譲るつわものガンマの勇士人であり人でなき者だが叶うだろうか虐殺の女王妖魔の母そして死に救う雲Jorogumo Lore!